Chad is here.
Hey,
where did you get the Zensorium Tinke?
So I've been called, who knows what to call this thing.
What
this
is it?
The Tinke. So this is a blood oxygen level, respiratory rate, and heart rate monitor.
So we saw this at CES.
Right. We saw, and not just this device, we saw this device at CES, but we saw a whole bunch of devices that are sort of geared towards checking your vital signs.
Yeah, but most of them were pedometers and heart rate monitors.
Right.
This is the only one I saw that measured more than just your footsteps or your heart.
Right.
This is pretty cool.
And this sort of technology that it will do with the blood rate, the blood oxygen level, and your respiratory level and your heart rate is something that paramedics use as a base for telling any sort of health related issues. So,
really, this is an important thing.
Yeah, and it's almost like blood pressure in that it's just one of those things to check vital signs that almost everyone does.
Now, this is not a bracelet. This isn't something you wear as you run around.
No. So what this is it actually has a 30-pin connector.
Oh, okay.
And then it'll connect to an iOS device.
You connect it to your iPad or your iPhone.
Right. And then it has an app that goes along with it.
So this is kind of like the YThings devices where when you plug them in, the iPad recognizes it, launches the app. Or does it? You have to.
It doesn't. And in fact, that I have a few other sort of health monitoring apps, and when you plug it in, it notices that it's plugged in, and the iPad says, "Hey, I've noticed you plugged this in. Do you want me to launch the app?" And this doesn't have that feature, and I kind of wish that their coders would get on that. So you do have to manually.
Here we go.
It's not that big of a problem. This is an iPhone app blown up. They don't have an iPad version yet, but it seems to it's fine. It's usable.
It knows it's you, so obviously you've configured it, and does it can track your previous settings?
It does. One thing with the interface, it kind of goes away from normal iPhone and iPad stereotypes where you have to click and hold down.
That's interesting.
It's I was trying to click stuff. I thought I had a Buggy App, but so it measures two things. It measures a Zen score and a Vita score. Let's do the Vita score first. The Vita score is sort of your all-around sort of body check. This has the respiratory per minute, the blood oxygen level, and the beats per minute.
Oh, well, this is quite a bit.
Right. And that's all sort of rolled into one score.
But you can see the individual broken out.
You can once you go into it. So it's trying to simplify sort of.
Let's see your Vita score.
So this is actually I took this a little while ago. So
82.
82. So let me go ahead and measure the score.
You're right. I don't like that user interface. That's very
it's a little weird. Now here's
thinking. What's it doing? Hello?
The one con, and I'm going to come back to this in my pros and cons, is that this is a Buggy App. Not only is... Here, let me go ahead. There we go. So it looks like we forced it in. Sometimes when you plug it in...
It's trying to see the sensor.
It doesn't notice it.
There we go.
There we go.
So now the process of measuring is just putting your thumb on these... It looks like two LEDs on the dongle.
Right. So this uses... there's a few ways to get your blood oxygen level. You can either use reflective, which is what this is, or refractive, which goes through your thumb. So this is going into...
choose, or?
No. I'm just that's just how this technology works. So this uses a reflective technology. One of the problems with this type of technology, and go ahead if you can't show the whole app. One of the problems with this technology is it's best in low light scenarios.
Oh, the light might be leaking around.
Right. And then also, you can see this thumb pressure. If I kind of loosen my grip on this,
it changes.
It changes. So what it has a little sensor in there that determines how hard I'm pushing.
And
so
is it giving you feedback saying don't press as hard, press harder?
Just only that number on screen. Now it wants me to be at 100 to 150.
Well, that's hard.
I believe that this is another bug in the system because sometimes when I do the tutorial, it will put me in the correct area. And right now, I feel like I'm pushing way harder than I did. And it's still only at 80. The other problem is when it was going through, you actually missed it because it cut away. So I'm actually going to try to retake.
Do it again,
is that one, there's this graph at the bottom.
See, now you're at 100.
And if I push it as hard as I possibly can, it's still only at 90.
Optimize.
And So this graph at the bottom also does some really weird feedback. So it'll jump up, it'll sometimes max out, and I don't even know what this
it's not telling you.
I don't even know what it means. Also, halfway through, sometimes the graph will just disappear, and it says, "Oh, keep going. You're doing." See, it just keep going steady.
Okay.
But it didn't do that the first few times. So there's some very inconsistent measuring.
Well, that makes you wonder how good the measurement's going to be.
Absolutely.
If this is fluctuating.
Absolutely.
Like this. And that number is very different.
That number is very different. Now it says confidence low. The last one said confidence high.
Can I try it?
Absolutely. So some things to note.
I want to do it.
You can actually see. I do want to show off these numbers. So 82 beats per minute. That's pretty. That's
high.
Semi-high because I'm
you're
on
excited.
camera.
Yeah.
And
your breathing is just 16 breaths a minute.
Okay, and that's normal. That's normal for me.
And your oxygen level 100%.
Perfect. Very good.
What if it's lower? Does that mean you're dying?
That means that you could have low circulation. That could be a symptom of something.
So now I press this button to do it.
So press and hold and
retry.
Retry. There you go.
Boy, that is the worst user interface.
I know. I really dislike.
Thumb, please. I'm at 100. Thumb detected. Good. Well done.
But you should be at 100 to 150.
I'm pressing really hard.
I know, right? It's not. And you don't want to push too hard.
You know, your heart will beat more than 2.5 billion times and pump about 212 million liters in a lifetime.
So it does give you fun little facts.
I'm pressing as hard as I can.
Yeah, and you probably shouldn't press that.
I'm telling you that, folks, so you understand. I'm really pressing hard. Right. My thumb is turned white.
You also just like maxed out the thing and it went away again.
Yeah,
which is very confusing.
Because
I can also see the light turned off.
Conan the strongman,
which is silly. Why did the light turn off?
Bright lights.
I'm very.
I'm dead.
It's inconsistent.
So my oxygen level is 88%. So I'm not healthy.
Yeah.
Beats per minute only 68, so I'm very calm, even though I was grunting.
Right.
And my breath per minute is even lower than yours. See, I'm actually in better shape than you are.
Right. Well, so what's funny is these are.
Why is my vital level so low?
That's a good question.
Tired.
Your blood oxygen level, that's the lowest I've ever seen someone's blood oxygen level. It's at 90 to 100.
I picked a bad day to give up
good.
Smoking, I gotta tell you.
But everything else is good.
So
let's say that we were confident in this score and we go ahead and hit save.
So okay, yeah. Now we have a tracking.
Now we have a track, and
I've screwed up your measurements, of course.
It's okay. We could shout out, so we could share this with friends with Vita, or there's Facebook integration. I haven't turned that on.
This is fun though, because you can see that if you brought this to a party, everybody would want to do it.
Absolutely. No.
You just need to add a breathalyzer.
I mean,
we're getting one tomorrow. So.
Yeah, perhaps. I don't know how to get out of this Facebook thing now that I clicked
you better say hi to your friends.
Here we go. Now I'm out. Okay, so that is the Vita Score, and you can even if I'm done. Let me go back, and this is my history, my Vita.
The chat room says they're calling 911. I'm actually dying.
Right,
according to that.
And why didn't
take me to the nearest oxygen bar? So it says that your oxygen level, blood oxygen level, is Terry, who is not a trained professional, but nevertheless knows a lot, says that your oxygen level should be 95% to be healthy. Mine was 88%.
88. Yeah. So if you look back through my,
I don't know how
scores,
it would measure your blood oxygen level by shining a light into your thumb.
How
does it do that?
I'm not sure exactly on the technology, but I know that light will reflect off of your
is it
the blood,
measuring the redness of my blood,
something like that. It's magic, Leo. It's magic. Technology is magic. So you can see my old scores. We have I never got below 98 on my blood oxygen level, and
Leo did.
I range anywhere from 87 to 90 to 95 in my Vita Score. It also has this other score called the Zen, and I'm actually not going to take that because it takes a full 60 seconds to take it.
What's the Zen score?
So Zen, it tries to measure your stress level. Once again,
you seem very calm.
I have gotten the worst stress level tests.
I know. You're not. You're a stress.
Oh my gosh!
You should absolutely. If this said you weren't stressed, I'd really be suspect.
It doesn't give you a pressure feedback on this one. What it is looking for is heart rate variability, and so it will give you these circles that you're supposed to breathe.
Heart rate variability. That's what.
Right.
Yeah. What's it called? The Vita.
Yeah. And it looks like it was interrupted. I don't know why. Okay. So let's retake. And it says that it's unplugged, even though it's obviously plugged in and the light is on.
Right. I think we've seen enough. Pros and cons.
So, pros is that this is the smallest device of its kind out there, and it is designed.
Here, give it to me. I want to try it. Give it to me with the pad. I'm going to just do it. Okay. I'm going to do it in the dark and calmly.
Okay. It uses a reflective sensor, which is kind of cool. You don't have to have something. Refractive. So you don't have to clamp something on your finger, which is nice. Then also there is a lot of good in-app information. So it will try to. So it doesn't think it's plugged in still.
Doesn't see it. This would drive you crazy. How much?
Yeah, $120.
Okay.
So it does have a lot of in-app education, which I really like. So this one, you're supposed to breathe along with the circles, and it measures your heart rate, and then it'll give you a score. My score has never been above 50. It was 30 most of the time. I kind of learned how to get into Zen mode, and it got up to around 45. The other thing is you can see the other scores of people who are also taking the Tink. So you have an average of people in.
That's cool.
In your, except that there's no one in my age group, so it was always an average of 0, which was a little bit.
What is your age group?
18 to 25.
There's no one in the 18 to 25 age group?
18 to 25 age group using this app. And that could change in the future. So those are the pros.
Prawns?
Prawns.
Did you say prawns?
I did.
My heart rate went way up.
Yeah. So the pros are small design. It uses the cool reflective design and the in-app education. For the cons, inconsistent app.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not reliable.
I was not sure if it was reading it correctly, if something was broken, if I was doing it wrong. I'd try to cover my thumb to make sure that
it needs to be consistent. Otherwise, you have no confidence in the measurement.
Right. There is no way to share this info once you get it. So that's a score that I got.
Average.
Average
up
to that
45.
score is 45, and it says you're composed. I don't know how you'd get up to 99. I mean, you'd have to be like a monk or something.
You're sleeping, maybe.
If you're sleeping.
Yeah.
So there's no way to share this info after you have taken it. This is great.
No central...
This is information you'd want to share with a doctor. I want a printout of this. I want to be able to.
Also, once you've started the Zen, you can't go back. It doesn't look like.
No.
You're kind of stuck.
You are stuck. Yes.
Yeah, that's not good. Yeah.
And finally, it's a buggy app. I mean, other than the inconsistent scores and the inconsistent testing.
Are they selling it now, or is it?
This is available now.
Yeah, this feels like a beta.
I mean, it feels like it hasn't. It's been rushed. I mean, it feels like this shouldn't be on the market yet. Yeah. That they still have bugs that they need to work out of this product. If this was a beta, if this was something that wasn't available, and I knew that I was a beta tester, possibly this would be better. Now, I am still, because this is the smallest device of its kind, and I feel like the hardware is designed well, I am hesitant to give it a don't buy.
Maybe they could fix this.
Because it could be fixed in the future.
No, don't buy this. Seriously.
Yeah, I would give it a don't buy until they actually fix
when they fix it, then you could buy it.
Absolutely.
It's okay not to say don't buy. You could say don't buy.
I mean, that is what I was leaning towards, except if this worked,
Well, I got my blood oxygen back up now. I'm 92% blood oxygen, 36 beats per minute, which means I actually am dead. So
that is weird.
It's if you don't get consistent results, it's completely worthless.
And that is true. And
you have to have consistent results, even if they were wrong.
Because one data point doesn't give you enough.
Yeah, even if they were wrong, at least you could say, "Oh, well, I'm better than I was." But this is all over the. I definitely. My heart rate's got to be more than 36 beats per minute.
Yeah,
I'm guessing.
I agree.
And almost anything I've seen can measure heart rate.
You can hit save, and then you can even hit science, and it'll let you know the average beats per minute is 60 to 80.
What happens when you're 36? Does it have anything to say about that?
No, it doesn't say. It says you might want to consult a doctor immediately.
Zensorium Tinke. Keep working. Back to the blackboard for Zensorium Tinke.
Sorry.
Yeah. No, it's okay to say no. See, people, I think, are nervous that the people at Zensorium will get upset if you say don't buy this, but it's not ready.
Yeah.
Not ready. I'd get upset
I
if I bought it.
like to try to make all of my opinions honest and
Right. Well, it's not dishonest. It's just sometimes you want to be nice to it's a nice try.
It's a really nice try, and this is the closest thing to what I want.
As long as you're justified in your pros
and
cons.
you saw it. It happened live.
We did.
We didn't try.
We did it here. I was
There's
pressing.
No way.
It was all over the place.
Right.
You can't rely on something that says I got a heart rate of 36 beats. I'm calm, but I'm not that calm.